It was a quiet yet symbolic moment when Taylor Swift and her fiancé Travis Kelce officially took possession of their $14 million lakeside villa in Italy. Far from flashing cameras and roaring crowds, the couple marked this milestone against the serene backdrop of Lake Co, where blue waters, green hills, and silence replaced stadium lights and world tours. Witnesses described the scene as cinematic. Taylor and Travis were seen aboard a pristine white yacht, gliding gently across the lake. Taylor, dressed casually in a denim jacket and dark sunglasses, appeared unusually relaxed, an unguarded version of a global superstar. Travis, equally understated, held a glass of white wine as he pointed toward the shoreline, where their new villa sat tucked into lush Mediterranean greenery. According to sources close to the couple, this gesture symbolized the first official introduction to the European home they had quietly chosen together over months. The villa itself is a classic Italian neoclassical masterpiece, located in one of Lake Co's most exclusive and discreet areas. With its pale cream facade, arched windows, handcrafted details, and wrought iron balconies, the property reflects old-world elegance rather than modern excess. Inside, the home features 6 master bedrooms, 8 marble-tiled bathrooms, a high-ceiling living room overlooking the lake, a private marina, an infinity pool hidden beneath greenery, and an antique wine cellar capable of holding over 1,000 bottles. What stands out most is not the price tag, but the intention behind the purchase. Friends say the decision to choose Lake Co over high-profile destinations like Paris or Monaco was driven by a desire for privacy. Here, the couple can live without constant scrutiny. No paparazzi, no schedules, just quiet evenings by the water. Taylor has long held a deep affection for Italy, often visiting discreetly between tours, while Travis is reportedly embracing a slower pace of life as he contemplates his future beyond football. The handover of the villa was intentionally low-key. Early in the morning, accompanied only by legal representatives and local officials, the couple finalized the transfer. Taylor spent time wandering the garden paths that lead directly to the lake, while Travis focused on practical details like the dock and security systems. One staff member involved described the atmosphere simply: calm, respectful, and genuine happiness. This new chapter comes at a reflective time for Travis Kelce. Following a difficult postseason with the Kansas City Chiefs and questions surrounding retirement after years alongside Patrick Mahomes, Kelce is weighing some of the biggest decisions of his life. Sources say he plans to inform the Chiefs of his intentions by early March. Until then, football, future career plans, and wedding preparations all compete for space in his thoughts. Those close to the couple say Taylor has been a grounding presence during this period. Rather than pushing wedding plans, she is focused on emotional steadiness, giving Travis the space to decide his professional future before shifting attention fully toward marriage. Insiders believe this phase represents the couple's first real test away from public spectacle. Ultimately, the Lake Co villa is not about status or investment. According to those closest to them, it is meant to be a retreat, a place to create music, reflect, heal, and eventually build a family. As their yacht pulled away from the dock, leaving the villa partially hidden among trees, the moment felt less like a celebrity headline and more like the closing scene of a film. 2 people stepping quietly into a life defined not by applause, but by peace. The season ended sooner than expected, and for Travis Kelce, the silence that followed felt heavier than any loss on the scoreboard. In the weeks after the Kansas City Chiefs fell short, Kelce entered a period of deep personal reflection, one that goes far beyond football. Those close to him say the emotional weight is real. Travis has spent his entire adult life preparing for Sundays on the field, and suddenly the possibility of that chapter ending feels very real. He's a bit defeated right now, an insider shared. He's used to still playing. He misses being on the field. That longing, some believe, could still push him toward returning for one more season, something Chiefs fans are quietly hoping for. The loss alongside Patrick Mahomes didn't just close a season. It opened questions Kelce has never had to confront so directly. Retirement, legacy, health, and life after football are no longer distant ideas. They're immediate decisions. According to sources, Kelce has already set a personal timeline. By early March, just weeks after the Super Bowl, the Chiefs are expected to know whether he plans to return for another year or step away from the game. At the center of this moment is Taylor Swift, who insiders say has intentionally shifted her focus from celebration to stability. Rather than immersing him in wedding plans, Taylor is choosing patience. She's spending more time with Travis, keeping things calm and allowing him the mental space to decide his future. She wants him to make his career decision first, a source explained. She knows how important that is to him. Those around the couple believe this phase carries more meaning than public appearances or viral moments. Travis is facing the end of a life he has known for decades, while simultaneously stepping toward marriage, potential retirement, and an entirely new future that may include television, media, and commentary. Even family dynamics reflect this careful pause. His mother, Donna Kelce, known for her enthusiasm, has reportedly held back on wedding excitement, despite having plenty of ideas of her own. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are preparing for all possibilities. Around the league, teams are closely watching Kelce's decision, and Kansas City has already begun contingency planning. Veteran NFL reporter Aaron Wilson revealed that the Chiefs have met with Ethan Connor, a tight end from Troy University, as part of their off-season evaluations. Connor, a 2026 NFL draft prospect, has drawn interest from multiple teams as franchises look to strengthen depth at the position, particularly with Kelce entering the final stage of his career and still undecided about his future. While no decision has been announced, Kelce's contract runs through 2026, and the organization is clearly preparing for both outcomes. For now, everything remains in balance. Football decisions, life choices, and wedding plans all sharing the same space. Whether Travis Kelce returns for one more season or closes the door on a Hall of Fame career, one thing is clear: this moment marks a turning point, not just for the Chiefs, but for the man himself, standing at the edge of an entirely new life. As the offseason unfolds, the waiting has become its own storyline. Inside league circles, there is a sense that Travis Kelce is not rushing toward an answer, and that patience is intentional. This is not simply about another contract year or another Super Bowl chase. It's about identity. For the first time, football is no longer the only defining force in his life. Sources say Kelce has been weighing what walking away would truly mean. The routine, the locker room, the physical toll, and the adrenaline of game day are hard to replace. Yet, so is the pull of a future that looks radically different. Marriage, creative freedom, business ventures, and a public-facing career in media that doesn't require weekly physical sacrifice. Behind the scenes, conversations with the Kansas City Chiefs remain respectful and open. The organization understands what Kelce has meant to the franchise, not just statistically, but culturally. He is widely viewed as irreplaceable in spirit, even if replacements are being evaluated on paper. Any final decision, insiders say, will be met with support rather than pressure. At home, the tone remains calm. Taylor Swift has reportedly encouraged balance rather than urgency. Those close to her say she understands transitions better than most. Reinvention has been a recurring theme throughout her own career. She sees this moment not as an ending, but as a necessary pause before reinvention. The couple's shared time away from the public eye, especially in Europe, has been described as grounding and deeply intentional. Friends believe the villa in Italy has already taken on symbolic meaning. It represents a life not dictated by seasons, schedules, or expectations. A place where decisions can be made quietly, away from noise. Whether Travis returns for one final run or steps away entirely, that home is seen as a constant, a reminder that whatever comes next will be built on choice, not obligation. For now, nothing has been announced. No headlines, no statements, no hints dropped online, just time. And for someone who has spent years racing against clocks and play calls, that might be the most unfamiliar and necessary experience of all. In the end, this moment is bigger than a villa, a season, or a single decision. It is about transition. For Travis Kelce, the path forward stands at the intersection of legacy and letting go. For Taylor Swift, it reflects a quiet evolution, from global spectacle toward personal grounding.